It's time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online for all your website needs at sonicwebstudios.com. The Mike Wagner Show brings you interesting people doing interesting things all across the globe. Now, let's get started on the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Hey, it's Mike Wagner from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your website needs. If you're looking for a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/the Mike Wagner Show. You can like, share, and also invite people to like the pages and past episodes and many more. And feel free to share. You can also listen and download as well with SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio to your Android smartphone and also your Alexa as well. Tune into the Mike Wagner Show. And we have a gentleman here from outside Chicago who's an actor, singer, producer, and has a lot of experience, and he is up and coming. He's got his own production company with films and, of course, with a little bit of hip-hop and everything else. And he's got some amazing projects on the way, but I've been told to just keep a lid on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, from Chicago, without all the snow, here he is, Andre Boyd. Andre, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, good evening, Mike. Hello, everybody out there in Radio Land. I always want to say that.
Oh, that's okay. It's okay. I mean, we are radio too, in a sense. So it's just like, we're used to that. So great to have you. Great to have you with here. So you've been an actor, singer, producer for many, many years. You have a lot of experience, and you've been in quite a number of films. You've been on TV and quite a few commercials as well too. And you got your own production company. You also won an award. So first of all, tell us how you got started in your career.
Well, my career spans over 20 years. Really started from high school. Was one of those kids that was always a class clown, but then found a release in the drama class, and that's where the acting part came of it. I sung a little bit on the stage and got noticed by the choir teacher at East Aurora, Miss Lynn Nadell. And a couple of my cousin and my friend invited me to go sing, but I was like, I didn't really want to do it. Got involved in that, started going singing in there, and then I was invited to the honors program in there. From that point on, I realized that this is what I wanted to do. So I started, actually me and my cousin and a friend of mine named Anthony McDonald, we formed a group and we started singing on the streets, just doing a cappella stuff. The acting stuff hadn't come into play yet, but this was more of the music stuff. And did a couple talent shows, did a few shows, and then broke off, and I got involved into more of the producing aspect of music. Started producing a couple of talents around the Aurora area. One named Simone, great singing voice, female singer, doing some R&B. And then I hooked up with another group called Smoke 'Em Records, which was a hip-hop group. And I was actually a hip-hop artist at the time, along with producing my own music, my own beats and everything of that nature. And we started doing shows, opening up for like 3-6 Mafia, Twista, a couple other well-known hip-hop artists. And then I got the itch for a little bit more, as all of us creative guys do. So then I decided to try my hand at acting. I got a phone call from a friend of mine named Malik Hart, actually. And he told me about this play that was happening, this stage play that was happening in Aurora called Mrs. Billingsley. So I got on there, I auditioned, got a role, loved the feeling of being back on stage after a hiatus. And from there I went on to school, went on to John Casablanca's modeling and talent agency, finished up my year or two there. And then I went on to start promoting and started looking for gigs for myself, and that's when I started getting onto these commercials and doing extra work for like Chicago PD, Chicago Fire, and all that type of stuff. And then the next thing you know, everything just started happening so fast with the acting stuff. I was like, well, hey, I don't want to stop there. So then I went ahead and tried my hand at production. Started learning the intricacies of being behind the camera, and now I am running my own production company. And that's where we are today.
Very nice. And you also produced a short film called A Special Jewel, and you won an award. So tell us about the movie and what kind of award did you win?
Yes. Special Jewel was actually my first take on filming. I actually shot that with an iPhone, believe it or not.
Oh, really?
There was there wasn't any money for equipment because I was just a newbie beginning. And I didn't really know a lot about it. I just knew I wanted to film something. So I actually took some notes about writing, learned through YouTube about how to write. But it worked out great because I was always an avid movie watcher. So anyway, the story of A Special Jewel is it's an adventure about a jewel that grants certain people advanced powers, or actually caters to their characteristics, I should say. It's centered around one detective trying to protect the girl who has the jewel in her possession, and a couple of the bad guys are after her, trying to get the jewel from her. And his job is just to protect her. And without giving too much away, that's where we're going to end that much at. The awards I won for it was best sound and an originality, because what it's done in like the vein of a grindhouse film, with all the little nooks and crannies of the filters and the jumping screens and all that type of stuff. Because you don't see that a lot in the indie circuit, at least from what I've seen. So I wanted to take that road instead. Plus, it was a good way for me to cover up the fact I had no real equipment. So I had to play that side of the coin. But I took a shot on it, entered into a couple festivals. Won at the Winter Festival. I forgot the name of it. I believe it was called the Westmont Frozen Film Festival. Yeah, that was it. And actually, I had a special screening there. Let me take that back. Special screening there for that project. And then I won at the Joliet Film Festival. And from there, I was just like, man, I can't wait to start doing more of these type of projects.
That is amazing. And where can one see the Special Jewel?
Well, right now it's still circulating in a couple of other film festivals. Should be by the end of this year released on Amazon or some other video-on-demand streaming site.
That is amazing, too. We'll get to more of your films in just a minute. By the way, you're listening to The Mike Wagner Show on the MikeWagnerShow.com. Powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking for a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web design that blows the competition away. Call today at 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, you can hear The Mike Wagner Show on the MikeWagnerShow.com. You can also check out The Mike Wagner Show at Facebook.com/Mike Wagner Show. We encourage you to like, click, share, and invite friends to the page as well. Even share our pages and interviews. We encourage you to do that. You can also download and listen as well, either live or download for playback later from SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, or iHeartRadio. You can take The Mike Wagner Show wherever you go, on smartphone, Android, iPhone, or even Alexa. We're here with Andre Boyd, an actor, producer, singer, and also a hip-hop artist from outside Chicago, and he's had a number of ventures. We just talked about his short film winning an award for A Special Jewel. That'll be out on Amazon after a couple of rounds on the film festival. But first of all, let's get to some of your other film projects. Maybe we can talk about some of them, like Midnight Blues, The Worst Nightmare, Serenity, Plight, Solitaire, Speaking in Tongues, Lies, Mistaken Identity. So you can pick one of them or a few and just tell us all about it.
Well, I'll go with the I don't know which one I like them all. I'll go with the Midnight Blues. Midnight Blues was my first real supporting role that actually had like some really good lines. And man, for a first timer, like really being in front of the screen, like actually being of importance, it was very, very nerve-wracking for me. We were filming on an odd day, and I had trouble remembering the lines while I was there on the set. And so we had to take it over and over and over. As I'm sure a lot of actors have done on their first try, but I settled down, got the lines out there. In the movie, it's a short film. In the film, I play a somewhat of a hobo-ish kind of guy who hangs around the park and gives advice to people. And I'm just full of energy and enlightenment and all these words of wisdom that basically I'm being opposite of who I really am. So it was a great experience. I don't know where the film is showing at because I haven't really kept up with it. But I think it's circulating in the film festivals right now itself because it's only a year old. But it was a lot of fun working on that set. From that point on, I did a few more indie films and just having a ball with it. Just really building up a resume and getting more skin into the game, as they say.
That sounds like it too. And of course, before we get about where some of the films and your favorite projects and everything, just wanted to ask you as well too, who are your favorite actors growing up and who influenced you when it comes to acting as well as music?
Oh man, as far on the acting side, I was a big fan of the blaxploitation films. So there was Jim Brown, Richard Roundtree, Fred Williamson, Jim Kelly. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Denzel Washington. I'm a real big John Goodman fan as well. I really enjoy watching him work. I actually got a chance to work somewhat with him on a new movie that's coming out called Captive State. I mean, I was an extra on there, but just the thought of being on the same movie as somebody that I really look up to is really cool. As far as the music side, let's see, there's Michael Jackson, Prince, Nas, the Eagles. I'm a real big fan of the Eagles. Johnny Cash, Def Leppard. I mean, music is just everywhere, and I love all genres of music, so I take a little bit of everything.
What a variety you have. And, of course, you've been in hip-hop for a while, too. If you were to choose a music genre, besides hip-hop, what other music genre would you take on?
Oh, man, the blues, easily.
And why so? Blues is one of my favorite. We're just talking about that, one of my other guests, with John Lee Hooker, B.B. King, and Buddy Guy and all that. Maybe a little too far, but maybe along your alley, yeah.
Well, hey, all those guys, I still listen to them in my car and try to take elements from them. I actually had the chance to record with a guitarist, a legendary guitarist. His name is Steve Ditzel, and he was a guitarist out of Woodstock, I believe it is, and we recorded a track. And he was telling me all these stories about working with these guys like Junior Wells and so forth. And it was just amazing to hear from guys that have actually been on it. Actually, a friend of mine, we used to go to this place in Woodstock that a lot of people didn't really know about. It was called the Waverly Gold Note, downtown Woodstock. And they would get all of these well-known blues artists in there to perform. And we would get the chance to talk to them during the break and find out, what keeps them going, how much they've given to the game and so forth. And there was one guy, I really can't remember his name, but he was telling me about how he went overseas and really became inspired by the way people appreciate the arts over there, the art of the blues. And he's like, well, this is nothing new. This dates back to the Beatles and so forth, and even the Rolling Stones. Mm-hmm. So this was just there's so much history in the blues. I love the blues, in particular Bobby Blue Bland.
Oh, he's one of my favorites too. And of course, what do you think about Muddy Waters and?
Oh yes.
One of the favorites as well too. Star at Chess Records. So we also have that as well too, and also just trying to think as well too. I'm going to throw this out there. What do you think of the movie The Blues Brothers? Have you ever get to seen it?
Yes, that's one of the best movies out there. Oh, goodness. You can't live in the Chicago area and not know about the Blues Brothers. Man. You just can't.
You know what? That was one of my favorite films when living in Chicago. Believe me, coming from Wisconsin, around the Milwaukee Racine area, and having family move you, it's just it was a good thing we moved because I would never know about the Blues Brothers. I would have been stuck on polka. But I have to say this, being I'm not going to give away my age or anything like that, but just